imagine a celebrity, what do you think of? I think it's easy to imagine someone who lives a life of luxury, someone who has all the fame and fortune in the world. And yet, when you think of a Jewish celebrity, our celebrities, their lives were nothing like that. This week's Parsha focuses on Yaakov Avinu, and he does not have the glamorous life that you might imagine that someone like him, one of our forefathers, had. I often think of Yaakov's life as a series of unfortunate events. He's constantly running away from people who want to kill him or steal from him. His sons are always fighting. He loses his wife, whom he loves so much. He has such a difficult life. Something I noticed once, and you might have noticed too, is that when you look at the stories of Yaakov, there seems to always be rocks. When he meets his wife Rachel, there's a rock on the well. In this week's Parsha, when he has a dream, he first takes rocks and puts them around his head. He takes rocks and he builds them into a matzeva, into an altar. So what do these rocks represent? What could be the significance of these rocks? Often in literature and in life, rocks and stones represent difficulties. They represent the difficult times, of which Yaakov has so many. My teacher, Rabbanit Shani Tarragon, taught me a beautiful idea about this. She said that what's important is not that there were rocks, it's what Yaakov chose to do with those rocks. When he sees the huge rock on top of a well, making it impossible for people to get water from it, you know what he does? He lifts it up off of the well. And in this week's Parsha, when he wakes up from his dream, what does he do with those rocks around his head? He calls out to Hashem, and he takes those rocks and he builds them into a matzeva. He builds them into an altar. He takes his difficulties, his rocks, and he learns from them. He grows from them and turns them into opportunities to become closer to God and to build something, to do something. Yaakov's way of life is similar to many of those I know whom have chosen to move to Israel. Moving to Israel, making Aliyah, is something no one or few people will tell you is easy. From Avram Avinu, the first to make Aliyah, to someone who just landed on a Nefesh B'Nefesh flight today, there are rocks along the way, and there always have been. For some, it's that they're leaving family. For others, they're leaving their friends or the comfort of the life they've built. For some, it's leaving their job or living a life with less money. There are so many reasons. But those that do it recognize that from these rocks, they can build something. It's almost like those people create rocks for themselves. But it's because they recognize that through those rocks, they gain something so much greater. The ability to be part of the story of the Jewish people in our homeland, following in the footsteps of Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah. I look around at the Israel I see today, and it's clear that it has been built by a people who, just like Yaakov, took their rocks and chose to build. Shabbat Shalom.